John held his breath. Heaven grew silent. Time stood still. And the Lamb who was slain, reached forward and broke the first seal. First seal, the white horse. John looked, and before him a white horse appeared. Its rider held a bow. He was given a crown, and he rode out, conquering, bent on conquest. This was deception, the appearance of peace. But underneath, the rising of the Antichrist spirit, a world trusting false saviors. Second seal, the red horse. The Lamb broke the second seal, and a fiery red horse thundered forth. Its rider was given a great sword to take peace from the earth, and people turned against one another. This was war, nations rising, kingdoms falling, brothers betraying brothers. Third seal, the black horse. The third seal was broken, and out came a black horse. Its rider held a pair of scales in his hand, and a voice cried out, "A quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley, but do not damage the oil and wine." This was famine, economic collapse, a world where bread becomes more costly than gold. Fourth seal, the pale horse. Then the Lamb opened the fourth seal, and a pale horse galloped across the earth. Its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth, to kill by sword, famine, plague, and the wild beasts of the earth. The fifth seal was opened, and John saw, beneath the altar in heaven, the souls of those who had been slain for the word of God. They cried out in a loud voice, "How long, Sovereign Lord, holy and true, until you judge the inhabitants of the earth and avenge our blood?" They were each given white robes and told to wait a little longer until the full number of their fellow servants would be killed as they had been. Their cry still echoes in the heavens, a cry for justice, a cry for truth. The Lamb opened the sixth seal, and suddenly the earth shook violently. The sun turned black like sackcloth, the full moon turned blood red, and the stars fell from the sky. Mountains crumbled, islands vanished. Kings, generals, the rich and the mighty, all hid in caves and among the rocks. They cried to the mountains, "Fall on us, hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come. And who can stand before the seventh seal is opened?" A pause. An angel ascended from the east, carrying the seal of the living God. And he cried to the 4 angels holding back the winds, "Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads." And John heard the number. 144,000 were sealed from all the tribes of Israel. And then John looked, and before him stood a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes, holding palm branches, and they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." All the angels fell face down, and one of the elders asked John, "These in white robes, who are they?" John answered, "Sir, you know." And the elders said, "These are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore, they are before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple. Never again will they hunger. Never again will they thirst. The Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes." Can you hear it? Heaven's cry, earth shaking, the rising of justice, the beauty of mercy. John saw not just the end. He saw the glory, the majesty, the victory of a Lamb. And the scroll, the story of all history, was being opened by pierced hands. The seals were just the beginning. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope today. Leave a comment below and tell us, what part of John's vision moved you the most? And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and join our growing family here at Jesus Speaks Daily, where the Word of God comes alive every single day. Let the voice of heaven echo through your soul every day with Jesus Speaks Daily. Stay blessed, stay faithful, and remember, the Lamb is worthy.